Making strawberry jam out of shit. That's from a mate. Old man, she used to say you can't make strawberry jam out of shit. Hope I got the gravel right there. Yeah, it's the same as polishing a turd. It's a great saying, but, you know, coprolites, which is fossilised dinosaur shit, was once a very expensive and sought after gemstone. You'd wear a fossilised rabbit, dinosaur turd. What, a rabbit? Fucking rabbits. Fossilised dinosaur turd on your finger. Like I said, when we're making stuff, we're just working with raw materials. Or whatever you've got lying around. Yeah, a little bit wonky, but I'll make them work. There's that one though, that one's a bit, I might make that one again. And the other thing about making strawberry jam from shit is, yeah, you don't always make things beautiful or perfect. Sometimes you're reusing things like I'm doing here, so you just figure it out as you go along. So what I've got, just a bit of plywood here, because I figure it's pretty minor, I suppose, but you know, I don't want these drawer runners filling up with shit, so they need covering. So that bit will go up in there. We'll get screwed to the other side of that, and it'll just hang there. That'll provide a bit of cover. And then this bit will just sit in there, because like Quinn says, as is tradition, you've got to hang your clamp set on the left hand side of your mill, don't you? So that's all that's really for. I won't bother with a bit for the back, shouldn't really need it. I won't take us through me swearing at this, trying to get it all in place, because I fucking swear enough as it is, I reckon. Anyway, I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll bring you back and have a look. Fuck the grammar Nazis. They don't care. That's what I mean. It's tricky. I've got those bits in. They cover up that side. It's not important yet. This bit will go in there and pop up there, which will allow that bit, which is important now, to go in there, and the rest of that. And then I'm thinking I might put a bit of timber in behind there, drop that down and screw that on there. But that I can't do that till later, till I get it in place, because I've got to bolt it to the ground yet. So that's all going to be done at the last moment. Aside from that though, what I've done is I've gone with a burnt finish, because it matches in with something else. I'll show you that. Right, so This old workbench is something that my dad made. Oh geez, 30 maybe more years ago, and I inherited it, and it's a survivor of when my shed burnt down a few years ago. That's a whole other story. And if you want to hear about that, let me know. I could put together some pictures and a story. But anyway, it was pretty fucking toasted, and I couldn't clean it up enough without basically replacing everything. So I decided if I had some drawers here and some stuff, and I thought, well, I'll just keep going with the burnt look. And I don't mind it. So that's what I've done with the new stand for the mill. So yeah, it's an aesthetic choice, I suppose. You don't have to like it, I don't have to like it, no one has to like it, but that's what's happened. So we'll keep going with it. Oh shit, that's low. That seat is low. It's not hard to get the finish. Whack it with a bit of sandpaper. Get a gas torch. Burn it a bit. Give it a quick hit with some sandpaper again, and rub a bit of blow on it. Boiled linseed oil, and it'll come up alright. So yeah, I'll stop waffling now. I'll go on and I don't know what I'm doing next, but I'll go on and do it. I might swear a bit, but I'm not an absolute bloody heathen. Anyway, long time since the mill's looked that clean. It's looked a lot cleaner when I picked it up from Craig's workshop. It was very clean. It's not that clean, but I'll get to that later. It's 115 kilos. Once I take the vice off, it'll be 115 kilos. The vice is not that bad. When I was younger and not as broken, I would have just picked this up and moved it somewhere, but I'm not like that anymore, so I'll finish tidying this up and we'll have a look at how I'm going to move it. Rightio, so there's the mill. I'm not going to try and lift it, that would be stupid. Up here we've got a bit of infrastructure. Along there we got a truss, the same as along there. So I'll show you the plan. Don't worry, no machinery will be moved during the drinking of this whiskey. So what we got, up there I've got that truss. I'm going to put that there. Got a V-notch there, a couple of bugle screws. I've only got 2 of them left, so I'll whack a couple of coach bolts in there too. That'll be enough. And in there we'll go a 6mm pin. And then over the top of that pin we'll go this pipe with a hole in it, and that pin will stop it from falling out or rolling. Over the pipe I'll put a strap, and attached to the strap will be the noisy, rattly, chip the fucking paint off everything, jig 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 machine. And then out there's another truss that luckily everything just fits into it. It's in the right line so that I lift on the centre of the machine. So it's going to be easy. So I'll set that up, I suppose. Hello, Gonzo. Hello, Mrs. Gonzo. What have you got there? A bit of bread, mate. As we are, as I am, as a lot of us are, we're getting a bit old and a bit fucked. That's heavy. I've got to get it all the way up there. But I can make it less heavy. Fair warning, there's a choking hazard here, so if you're under 3, don't do this. There we go. It's got rid of a huge chunk of weight just by doing that. Don't have to lift that whole bit of chain off the ground. I'll do it again with this bit. I'm going to turn the colour up though, because this chain's old. that. Now I can lift it easy. And you're not going to be able to see that, but I'm going to do it. As I come down, unload that one, unload that one. There you go, easy as that. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, get that out next, I suppose. This is not strictly necessary because it doesn't matter, but I already made it and I like a zero tolerance insert. I need to go and level that foot, so I'll get that basically level off camera. Oh yeah, we're about there, ready to secure it to the concrete. I'll talk about that. It's physics without the math. I've made it bigger, I've made it heavier, I've reduced the contact points to smaller. As it is, it's solid as a bloody rock. All I do is a bit of threaded rod, and that'll bolt it down to the concrete. I'll show you these because these are pretty cool, these anchors. I'll get one. Hang on. Right, we all know the standard Dynabolt concrete anchor, whatever you want to call it. The Dynabolt here. You drill a hole, you tighten up the nut, and it expands this bit and locks that into the concrete. They're great, but what you end up with, if you ever move the machine, you end up with a bit of bolt sticking out of the ground, which can be a real pain in the ass. So you've got to grind it off and you can never recover it, you can never use it again. They're great, but they have limitations. This thing, this is amazing. It's got those 4 slots on it. Got a thread inside, and down inside there, down in there, there's a jigger and a little taper. Same as normal, you drill it in. You've got to be a bit more exact with your depth. But once it's in there, you get a punch of the right size, not a screwdriver, a punch of the right size, and you whack that down, and it expands where those slips are, and it locks it in. They're fantastic, and all you're left with is a threaded hole flush with the concrete that you can use to bolt down anything. If you move your machine, you might be able to use it for another machine, but it's not in your way. These are a great thing, called a drop-in anchor. And yeah, I highly recommend them. That's not going nowhere. Right, I suppose we'll put it back together. Sits on there.
Just whack a couple of clamps on to just keep it there.
Anyway, you can see how that goes. I'll fuck around with that later. Next bit, we'll have a sip of beer. Right, that goes in there. That goes in there. That goes there. That goes there. I'll throw some screws at it. And a drill. And I'll come back. Alright. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. And put the drawer in. didn't put a handle on it because I didn't. I just left a bit of a lip under there. That's enough to open it. There you go. It's solid as a rock. All I've got to do now is deal with a heap of that crap. So I'll think about doing that. Right, well, that's basically it. It's done. Some knickknacks down there. It's a good height to lean a foot on. Collets and parallels in there. Crap up there. Yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it. Looks right. It is nice and solid. But there are some little issues that I need to look at. Might need to extend this cord a little bit. I'm a little bit further out from the wall here, which is actually good because it gives me knuckle room up here. So I'm happy with that. So I might just need to block that in with some sort of a splashback for the chips. The only real issue I've got is if I bang it, there's a little vibration, which is just the tray being loose, which I can fix by just jamming a couple of playing cards in there. I don't want to use silicone or anything because that's horrible. I could bolt it down, but I don't want to do that. I've got some, I don't know, what, 6mm, 5mm, 1/4 inch foam. I could cut that and sit it underneath. I really don't know. I'm open to suggestions, but for the moment I'm going to chuck some playing cards under there. And anyway, that's about it. Got to push the button. Nice and smooth. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I suppose I better go and crush a can. Hang on, something's missing. No, not that. That was always going to be on the left-hand side. Well, yeah, rightio. It looks kind of stupid, but it feeds my sense of whimsy, so, yeah, I don't mind it. Don't care what you think. You don't have to live with it. Yeah, I'm not entirely grumpy. Sometimes little things like that make me smile. A lot of things make me smile, but they're other stories. And polka dots were going to cost me $30, and a bunch of bloody smileys, emojis were, $3 at the cheapest shit shop locally. So that's what I went with. Anyway, there's a bit more to do, and I'll potter away at that at my own pace without the camera poking in my face. If there's anything interesting I'll bring you along, but for now, that'll about do me. And yeah, I'll come back next time I do something. Cheers all. Ha! Why? Why?